nobody. Don't rape. Girls are too many to rape. It means you are a fool. In those days when I was very stubborn, you know, when you're stubborn, another house where you they get now say, that would be your second house if you are stubborn. If we're in the cell and they bring someone, we'll say, what do you do? They say, I go steal fowl. See beating. We will beat you till daybreak. Then the next class of people will say, what do you do? I sell my father a car. We'll say, come sit down here, come sit down here. So you mean you sell your father motor, eh? That is good. That's, sit down, sit down. You be correct boy. Correct boy. Then another one came. We say, hey, come. What do you do? 3 boys or 5 boys will be in one house. They will carry one girl home. All of them will sleep with her till daybreak. There are some of you in the church that are doing it. It's the truth, oh. It's rape. Oh, you don't know it's rape? It's rape. See, I run this church. Just that. It's rape. Is it not rape? Or it's not rape? It's a normal thing. I don't understand. These are what they call hard saying. You cannot hear what I'm talking now. In a church, have you heard it like this in a church before? That is why we are different. Can you put your hands together? That is why we are different. TMG is not a normal church. We are building your future. A very big, great future. Whatever the devils will use to destroy it, is now they can destroy the future. Not in the future. As you are here now, you are building. You are creating your future. I built mine. The future is abstract. It does not have form yet. It's now you are building it. There are things you do now. You are destroying your future. When we were growing up, there were some bros we had in town that we thought by this time they would be very rich. Today they are still trekking. No future, nothing. They destroyed the future then. By these things, I'm just teaching you now, these small things. You know, I've told you that what people call sin. When God started training me, I then discovered that is not what God sees as sin. It could be sin, but it's a little sin against God. If I steal this your phone, I sin against you. But if I commit fornication, I sin against my body. Now, why did it connect God? Because God lives in me. So I'm polluting the temple of God. And God will not be happy with me. Every other sin is outside the body. But the one you sin, the one of fornication, is inside. Okay, you committed fornication, one sin. You then forcefully committed it. Are you getting what I'm saying now? Please don't do it. This generation, women are everywhere. If you do, one will turn. Are you calling me? They're everywhere. In our time, when we want to toast the lady, we'll go and meet bros. Bros, get what they like. They say, hey, where you? Okay, bros, help me construct the letter. We can't construct letter if you see the letter. Some of the English, I don't know their meaning. Can't construct the letter long. We can't fold down, can't put down for fine envelope. We can't go steal our mother perfume. We can't spray. Eh? Then we can't go supermarket, go buy card. Fine card. We see spray perfume, put. We can't put the letter inside. We can't wrap them. We can't seal them. We can pray put. God give. You are laughing. We'll not give it to one small, go give attention. My son. Bro, say, man, I give you. I said, they give, I don't wrong. You can see where we are coming from. She will not read it. Tomorrow she will see you just looking like this. Your past was okay. Who will I do again? 6 months, we are still writing application later. But this generation is not like that. This generation, we have another one they call WhatsApp. Facebook, they'll say, how you doing? Our time, it was not like this. You go trek from Ekubo to La Avenue. When you trek, reach there, you're there outside. And maybe the father will just come and say, who are you, young man? What are you doing? Let me come back. So please, don't indulge in rape. It's a very terrible sin. Don't do it. Don't. Then you that are sisters, if you are, for instance, raped, don't hide it. Don't hide it. Don't hide it. You know, there are a lot of you say, no, I don't know if you talk. If I talk, they go beat me for us. It better me they beat you. Don't hide it. If you cannot talk, come and meet me. I have Commissioner of Police phone number here. No. IG. I get their contact. No. That person goes to jail for 21 years imprisonment. Before I go come back, your children don't grow rich like this. When you come back now, your children, because they can't slap this man for me. See beat. 21 years. This is a civilized world. Don't let anybody rubbish you for nothing. Your crime, come here. Just, you know how many lawyers they ask with here now? You don't spend kobo. I will spend all the money. I will make sure that person goes to Okere. For if he like, may father be the governor, he will go to Okere. 21 years. Before I go come back, I don't old. I don't know what color it is. Don't take rubbish from people, please. Don't be ashamed. Come and report to us. There are some things you cannot do. Don't rape. Did you get it? Hope you will abide. Walk in the spirit, right? There are things you cannot do. Please, don't try it. There are some things I will hear that you do. I will even be looking for how to beat you. There are some things I will hear that you might do that might be wrong, but I will even come and fight for you. Be careful, right? There are things you cannot do. So, you say we walk by faith. Walking by faith is walking in the Spirit. Okay. Verse 2. For the law of the Spirit of life in Christ Jesus hath made me free from the law of sin and death. There's a law in Christ Jesus. This law has made us free from the law of sin and death. Because of time, I want you to read this Romans 8. It's one of the best scriptures in the New Testament. When you get home, read it. It's going to help you. It's going to help you. It's going to edify you. It's going to boost you up. Let me read verse 16. The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of God. Verse 17. And if children, then heirs of God, and joint heirs with Christ. If so be that we suffer with him, that we may be also glorified together with him. Verse 18. He said, for I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. It didn't say after you have died. He said the suffering, what you are going through now, you cannot compare it with the glory that shall come out of you. The verse 19. It says, for the earnest expectation of the creature waited for the manifestation of the sons of God. Because of time, I want to read verse 23. And not only they, but ourselves also, which have the first fruits of the Spirit, even we ourselves groan within ourselves, waiting for the adoption to wit, the redemption of our body. I want us to read it, verse 28 together. Can we go to verse 28? I want us to read together. 1, 2, go. And we... Again... For the last time. Can you put your hands together for yourselves? Wow, I told you that Romans 8 is one of the best scriptures in the Bible. It's one of Paul's best. It's so edifying. Let me read verse 33. It says, who shall lay anything to the charge of God's elect? It is God that justifieth. Who is he that condemneth? That is 34. It is Christ that died. Yea, rather that is risen again, who is even at the right hand of God, who also maketh intercession for us. The next verse. Who shall separate us from the love of Christ? Shall tribulations, or distress, or persecution, or famine, or nakedness, or peril, or sword? What can separate us from the love of Christ? Verse 37. He said, nay, in all these things we are more than conquerors through Christ that loved us. We are more than conquerors. Not because we are holy. Not because our parents were holy. It's because Jesus has adopted us. We are different. It's not because of our works. It's because Christ has accepted us and received us into him. So we are different. He has died for us. He has paid the price for us. Everything is working together for your good. You know why? When Christ, it said, Christ in me, the hope of glory. If Christ is in you, he orders your footsteps. You cannot go to the wrong places. He will stop you. So if Christ is really in you, your footsteps are ordered. That does not mean at times things will not go wrong. At times they go wrong, but it's for your good. Because everything is working together for your good. This morning, the Lord was showing me how he was showing many of you to me, and I saw blessings are booting. You know how computer boots in those days? They are booting. Very many blessings are booting. Marriages are booting. Conception are booting. Monies, billions, they are booting. They are booting. True life story. I didn't want to wake up and say, wow, this is good. We are going to be big. In short, I didn't care about my body that was paining me. You know, yesterday I overworked myself. I didn't care about that. So the marriage is booting. God is ordering your footsteps. God does not invest and the investment fails. No. God is ordering your footsteps. So don't be anxious. Be anxious for nothing. The Bible said, be anxious for nothing. Don't be anxious. He's ordering your footsteps. He knows what is best for you. So he's ordering your footsteps. He has loved you. He saw you a sinner before he loved you, before he came to die for you. Don't forget that. But you must follow him. Follow the path of righteousness. Walk in the Spirit. He said if you can walk in the Spirit, you will not fulfill the lust of the flesh. So please don't allow that rabbit to climb my altar today. It's behaving like a winch these days. We climb my altar and go and sit under my chair. Make sure you cage it and drop it in the cage. There are many, but this one is always disturbing me. So don't forget that, right? Don't forget that. Christ is at work in you. Yesterday, conception service, I took my time to pray it. I took my time to pray it because you will not understand. You will not understand. So I took all my time to pray it, right? And I also try my best to spread it around to every one of you. Because miscarriage is not only in children. Miscarriage, you could be in a relationship, and miscarriage means it's termination. The thing stop. That's what they call miscarriage in the spirit realm, right? So I said I should spread it around to every one of you. The broom we drop there, and the deliverance prayer. There's a very powerful deliverance prayers. That yesterday what we did were like 3 different programs we did in one service. That pot that we broke is a program. Some people did it for 3 months, one program. But we did it like just a small thing. It's not small. That pot is breaking of cage. So if you put your name in that pot, they will either beat you last night, better beat, or they nearly catch you but you escape. Or they stab you, or you stab them. It's a battle. You know what they call battle? It's either you shoot them or they shoot you. Is that not what they call battle? So if you were beaten last night, I want to see you. Or you beat them. I also want to. Can we be fast?